Yep, I have a project on my unwieldy circular needles. If I didn't cook burgers earlier, I could have put the pan on, put some water in it, let it heat up a little bit, put this in there, and it would have straightened it out. But seeing as I didn't, I got to fight with it. So yeah, that's 100 stitches. Earlier, I took one of my old couch cushions that no longer has a couch to go with it, and I sized up my office chair that I'm sitting in because it was making it difficult to stay seated for any length of time. It was uncomfortable, and then trying to stand up, I felt like I needed a walker to like get where I was going. So it was just bad. So the cushion is 6 inches of upholstery foam, and I cut it up, put it back into its original cushion cover just for the time being because this is what that's going to be. I'm making a cushion cover. I didn't want to sew one because then I'd have to find my iron. I don't know where those are, and they have to get cleaned anyway. They were in storage for a really long time, and they're kind of the surface got kind of messed up, so I have to clean those. I just don't know where they're at. Probably under my faux couch over there. But yeah, so I'm gonna make a cover because, and I have to find a way to secure it to the chair. Otherwise, it's gonna keep sliding off because I've already had to readjust this thing several times. When I get up, sit back down, it scoots, and that's not good. I don't want it to scoot. I also had to lower my chair a little bit because trying to get in it, it was like I have the chair all the way up before I put this on there, and it was just like, okay, I can't even get under my piano, so I lowered the chair. So this will hopefully be done maybe in the next week or so. It's just gonna be like, I'm bored here. Let me do a couple of rows on this before I can do anything, or if I just want to do mindless busy work for the time being and just like veg and zone out because that's what I can do with this. I can just sit there and just blah 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 with the knitting needles, and just before I know it, it'll be done. So I meant to do this cushion weeks ago. It's like I had the idea and I was like, but I'm just too lazy to do it. And I was like, getting out of this chair earlier today, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I need that couch cushion. I'm going to measure it up. I used a bread knife, cut it down to size, and there you go. So it's sitting there, and I haven't felt like I needed a walker to get after getting out of this chair. So hopefully that'll take care of some of my lower back and hip issues sitting in this chair before I go to work and when I get home from work. Because the chair at work also is one of those metal folding chairs, and I use these things called bath blankets to sit them on top of the thing because it's uncomfortable as well. I also have to have them up for height because the table that I work at is higher than the chair. So trying to sit there and count napkins when they're done is a pain in the ass. So I was like, I need to be elevated. So I did that. But it's also uncomfortable and it hurts like hell to get up out of that chair. But then again, I've been so busy, I don't really sit down at work that often, other than counting napkins, taking my lunch, or I'm on my break, or I'm done with everything. It's the only time I get to sit down, and it's not really that often. Not like before we got the tablecloths back. It was just like sitting there. It's like, the hell do I do now? Sit there waiting. I've done everything, but yeah, who knows? Anyway, enough of that rambling. Let's see. This is episode 83, possibly. I spent some time yesterday trying to make a new intro, and I was just like, I'm not happy with it. So I'm going to continue on looking at like YouTube tutorials, figuring out what I actually want. Just because it needs a change. It's been that way for a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I need a new one. So I'm going to work on doing that. I'm also working on an outline for the MIDI series, and I wanted to, if I can get this loaded over here. Copy this into a Word document because nobody needs to see my spreadsheets. New text document, because those are my spreadsheets. Well, that's adorable. Hang on here. Go to this screen. Can I zoom in? Yeah, I can zoom in, so it'll be easier to read. Oh, I can't drag it over? Well, that's rude. Anyway, but this is what I have so far. I didn't really need the YouTube title. Anyway, talking about, let's see, these are all going to be individual videos, but I'm also wondering what else people would want to learn. All of y'all out there want to learn about MIDI. It's like what I've got so far is controller and DAW setup, the cables and a sustain pedal and other pedals, recording, playing, drawing, and step recording, quantize and humanize, render MIDI tracks using the controller to control Reaper. I'm open to suggestions if you have any for like other videos that could go in this series, because I'm like drawing a blank. Today was just a ridiculous day because last night somebody in their infinite wisdom decided that it would be oh so awesome to play music or a movie really loud, and I could hear it through the bedroom wall, so I couldn't get to sleep for anything. And it didn't stop until about 4 o'clock in the morning. What time did I have to be up? I had to be up at 7:30. My only saving grace was it was my day off, and I didn't get up until like noon that day. But it was still, it's like I needed the extra sleep because I had a ton of stuff I needed to do today. I needed to clean. I needed to do my dishes. None of that got done. I did get oil in my car. That was needed. And I'm like, shoot. Ugh. But anyway, I can do little things like after work or whatever. There's not really a ton of dishes over there, but I do need to clean that kitchen because I made burgers and there's like a mess on my stove. So I need to clean that. But I digress. And I ramble a lot. So, even if you have any other ideas for YouTube videos for me to do that has to involve anything with Reaper, let me also know in the comments section below. It's like I'm trying to find what to do. It's like the spreadsheet that I have, and I have my shooting schedule. What am I doing this week? Okay, and I don't do them like a week in advance. Sometimes I do them a couple of days in advance. I've got my standard ones, Woot Wednesday, and the music production series until that one's done. And then other little videos here and there. I still haven't gotten back to my five videos a week yet. Hopefully I could do it this week. Last week was just like, I can't. I'm so tired. Yeah, and that last week's production video was just like, oh, nothing's working right. This bass isn't correct. It still needs some work. So when I get back to and shoot the new one, another one for that series, I'm gonna, I'll eventually go back to that bass part and make it a little more interesting. But I guess what I'm gonna focus on when I do that video this week is adding something into the beginning. Like from my production notes that I wrote down in the last one. Something needs to happen in the beginning. It can't just go do, and then it's just like, no, I hear something that I want to do. I just need to be able to execute. So that ought to be fun. But yeah, you see the whole thing. And some people might find it boring. It's like, oh my God, why isn't she just blah, 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 editing all this crap out? No, that's no. Because that's just ridiculous, because not unless you're like an Uber producer, musician, whatever, and do this stuff 24/7 because you do it like full time or even part time or whatever, and you just go in, put the stuff down, and then boom, done. I don't have enough experience doing that yet. So it's like, and not everybody else does either. So it'd be kind of silly of me to go edit. Well, this is what I did here, and this is what I did there. Bye. See you later. Watch the next video. No, 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 no. You see the process. You see the whole process. The only time I do any editing if something gets completely screwed up, or I have an allergy attack, or I get interrupted. But yeah, everything that all of that is the actual process. I don't cut anything out. I try to keep them. I try to keep the videos around 20 minutes long because that's that's basically about the time limit that people watch, especially longer form YouTube videos, unless it's a live stream, which I haven't done. That actually terrifies me to think about even thinking about doing that because it's like, what am I gonna do? I don't know. But yeah, I blather on a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I need a new intro. Still trying to figure out, get some more ideas for things to teach in Reaper or just about music in general. I am going to wait a little while before I do the crocheted version of that microphone cover. It's like, because videos with that take an excruciating amount of time to edit. Because the way I have OBS set up, I've got way too many audio tracks to deal with, and I need to restructure it. It's like sitting over there. It's like I don't need like 5 different audio tracks. Honestly, I just need to. That's it. I don't need any more. The microphone and what's coming out my DAW. That's all I need. That's all I need. Well, except for, no, I should say 3, because when I try to do any kind of recording that isn't MIDI based but is done on the microphone, I do need to have that separate one just for that. That way that stays separate. So I really only honestly just need 3, and I should only be using 1 to 2 at a time. The recording one, yeah, that should only just be 2 at a time, because, well, that's how it works. Yeah, I'll get it all figured out, and probably hopefully won't have any more issues doing that, and not thinking that, oh, if I solo this, you're not gonna be able to hear me. I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, it'll still go through. And I thought I saw it go through, but I guess it didn't. So I was just like, crap. And I'm going to edit, and it's just like, wait, I know I talked there, and I'm looking at that going, oh, shit. The audio is gone. It didn't record it. Why? Because I soloed stuff. But anyway, I'm rambling on, and I'm really tired. I think I got like 3 hours of sleep. I don't know. And it's not like I could have taken a nap because they got construction going on this floor they're like they gutted 2 apartments, and they're like redoing them or whatever. And it's like bang, 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 saw, and I'm like, there's just no way. I can't get any sleep with that racket going on. So I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to sit here and stare at the screen all day and do nothing of great importance until later on when it's quiet. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to probably make another video after this. It won't be the production one because I need sleep before doing that. Probably a Reaper quick tip video tonight. And then if you guys have any suggestions for plugins you want to see reviewed, you can make suggestions. I'm all ears. It's like you want to see it, I'll do my best to make it happen. If it's like a paid plugin that I don't have, it'll have to wait. But I don't have a list of the plugins that I do have. I mean, Reaper has a crap ton of plugins, and then there's all the stuff that comes with Repack that's confusing as hell. Trying to figure out did I install them all? Did I install it? I don't get it. I can't tell. There's no indication. Really, I was like, I can't even find a decent video on how to actually that shows how to use it, install stuff from it. So it's like ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Yeah. How was your last 7 days? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.